Sup peoples, and welcome back to another video. So this is days 22 through 28 of my Write a Novel in 60 Days challenge, which I will link the explanation video up above as well as the other previous videos. If you watched those already, then you will know that I've been struggling recently with not really feeling like my novel is making the progress that I want it to and just not generally enjoying the process of writing a novel. So I've decided to do something that I was a little bit scared to do. I just had a moment of like, why not? You know? So I've been writing this as a novel. I'm currently at 5,129 words, plus the about 2,000 to 3,000 that I had written previously. So I'm about like 8,000-ish words on my novel. I had previously hit 10,000, deleted it, I know, but it's not as enjoyable to me. So I have been thinking about pivoting and turning it into a comic book and changing this from a write a novel in 60 days challenge to just a write a book in 60 day challenge, any type of medium that you prefer. And I'm finally gonna do it. Also, I have a new desk. How cool is that? I have a desk in my bedroom and it closes and it opens and it's awesome. It did come broken though, so we have to get it replaced because it's like totally falling apart. But still, it's here right now and it hasn't crumbled yet. So yeah, I've decided to pivot and turn my current work in progress novel into a comic book and just work on writing that. I'm not sure if it's going to be a monthly comic. It feels more like a graphic novel to me, but whatever the case, I'm going to try and write it as a graphic novel, I think. And I could always cut it up into segments if I wanted it to be a monthly comic. And I think that will make me much happier because I like writing novels. I just don't really want to show them to people. I don't feel like I'm good enough at them for that. And I just don't enjoy writing them quite as much. I feel like I can sit down and I can write a comic book and I can enjoy and love every part of the process. And if I sit down and write a novel, I enjoy about the first 2 days of it and then I'm like, why did I do this to myself? So I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm just going to write something that I enjoy writing. And I was nervous to pivot because I was like, is that cheating? Is that chickening out? Am I like not even going through my own challenge? But I don't think that I should force myself to do something, and I don't think you should force yourself to do something. If you started writing a comic book and it doesn't feel right, turn it into a novel. If you started writing a novel and it doesn't feel right, turn it into a comic book. If you started writing a comic book, you turned it into a novel, and then you're like, why do I not like any of this? Turn it into a film script. Write it as a poem. Write a short story. Act it out. Turn it into a song. Whatever you want to create, whatever medium feels right for you, that's the one you should be writing. That's the one you should be creating. Not the one that you feel like, it would be cool if I did this. Because do I want to write novels? Yes. I think it would be so cool. Do I enjoy writing novels the way that I enjoy writing comic books? Just no, I just don't. Maybe I will one day, and I would love that, but I'm not going to force myself to do it right now. So yeah, I'm going to turn it into a comic book. If you want to know how to turn something into a comic book, to take it from concept to writable comic, check out the video I will link up above because, yeah, that's where I outline my process, and that's the process that I'll be following, and I'm not going to document it here because that would be too long of a video. And I just wanted to give you that little update. I will probably continue filming at another point, but if I don't, I'm busy writing a comic book. So, yeah. Also, I hit 43 subscribers, and that was one of the best feelings in the world because, like, 43 subscribers, guys, like, I'm almost at 50. So, like, if you like these videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that means the world to me. Really, it does. I love making these videos. I love absorbing YouTube content. I love recycling what I absorb and turning it into more YouTube content. The same way that I love writing comic books, I love making YouTube, and because the two of those things get to mesh together on this channel, it just makes me so happy. I upload twice a week at least. Due to that, right now it's 3 times a week because I'm just that impressive. No, this video was supposed to be filmed a week ago, almost, but yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Another day, another writing sprint, peoples. Last night, instead of doing a writing sprint, I wrote up all the different stuff that's going to happen, and I'm turning this into a graphic novel, which my sister agreed to illustrate. So there will be stuff about that on this channel for sure. once she actually gets around to illustrating it and once I've actually gotten around to writing it. Now, as much as I love my free write, I'm going to be using a good old-fashioned pencil and paper, except this is a pen. Yeah, I'm a little bit terrified because this means starting over from scratch, even more than I started over before, but I think that it will be good. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to write it now. I'm actually going to write it now. I should set the timer first. Maybe I should get a different timer, you know? Buy one on Amazon and it'll come in 3 years. Amazon's annoyingly quick. No, once I set this timer, I actually am going to start writing it. My new graphic novel, which I'm going to write. So the reason I chose a graphic novel over a monthly comic for this series is that it doesn't feel like a series, it feels like a novel. So I decided to go with a graphic novel. I also read the entirety of Nimona this morning, which is my favorite graphic novel that I own, and which actually recently got a Netflix movie. So I did that. I would like to say it's for like study, but it's actually just because I love that book and I found it while cleaning my bedroom. Okay, we're setting the timer. No more procrastination. Did you notice this cat has a pen on it? This pen has a cat on it. It's super cute. They're also like write really well. Except I used up most of the ink in them, so this might actually not write at all. No, it still has some ink in it. Okay. We are writing page 1. Oh no. I swear I'm usually better at this. Okay, now we're actually gonna write now. Go. Do you notice that this thing's keeping time? It's like the beat. I think this is what writer's block looks like. I don't think I've gotten any writing done yet. So far it says panel 1. It's just all this stuff in here is so distracting. Ooh, pencil. It's surprisingly sturdy. It's been almost 10 minutes, I think. What if I wore wigs? No, that's for another time. Now we're gonna write. Okay. Sometimes you just have to like let yourself be goofy or be distracted for a little bit and wait until you actually want to. And now I sort of want to. And then you just have to make yourself write. Even if it's just like, we open. I always start like that. We open with. Page 1, panel 1. We open with. It's as simple as that. Because now there's words on the page and you go, oh, what do we open with? And you can start writing. So now I'm gonna do that. Okay, so writing sprint completed. That was actually a lot of fun, and I'm really happy with the progress I made. I wrote a full 3 pages, so not too much, not like a crazy amount that I got done, but it felt right. It felt like how I wanted the characters to come off. It felt like how I wanted the story to go. It felt more natural for me to write that way than to write in novel format. So I'm really happy with that. I think I made the right call switching to graphic novel format versus actual like classical novel format. And you know, I'm just viewing this as a learning experience. Maybe I don't finish the whole thing in 60 days, but I've learned something about myself, and that's super important. So now all these stories that I've been like, well, you know, I'll save them to be novels. I shouldn't be saving them to be novels. I should be writing them right now, because clearly I don't really want to write novels. However, seeing as it is still titled technically the Write a Novel in 60 Days Challenge, I do have the advantage of I'm writing a graphic novel, so technically it's a novel. It's a novel, guys, right? It's the same thing, pretty much. Of course, I will link the links to the writing sprints that I have up above. I actually have a new one that came out again. I think this is going to be my last one that comes out, unless any of you have ideas, in which case I would love to keep bringing them out regularly. But it is a heroic sprint. The last time I did a villainous one, this time it's heroic, and then the other 3 that I have are all based around sort of like more just atmospheric music. But yeah, I'm really happy that I decided to pivot, and my tip for this week would just be to not force it. Don't force yourself to do a kind of writing that doesn't feel natural for you, or work in a medium that doesn't feel right for you just because you think it would be cool. I need to stop using that word. But just because you think it would be cool if that was the medium that you worked in. You could love a certain kind of music, but you could write a different kind of music. You could love metal, but maybe you write pop music. So I love novels, but comic books just feel more natural, and I enjoy writing them so much more. And I'm not saying never push yourself, but if you're pushing yourself to the point that you're stopped enjoying the process like I did, maybe it's time to pivot. And I'm not saying give up, I'm just saying adapt what you're doing. So I'm really happy. I've been wanting to tell this story, and I tried to tell it as a novel. It felt wrong, and it took the joy out of it for me. So now I'm telling it as a graphic novel, and I'll probably run into some issues, but at least I'm enjoying the process right now, and it feels a lot better and more natural. So yeah, don't force yourself to do things because you think you should, or you decided you were going to. If it's taking the fun out of writing for you, it's not worth it. You're not going to like what you're doing anyway. And sometimes if you need a break, take a break. I took a break before I decided to pivot to a graphic novel for a couple days of this challenge, and it really helped me because I wasn't forcing myself to do it, and I was just letting myself think about the characters and the story, and it helped me get re-excited, and it helped me decide that I was going to do a graphic novel. And you don't have to be writing every day to be a writer. You don't have to write a novel to be a writer. Like, I always feel sort of like I'm cheating when I say I'm a writer, and I assume people are like, oh, you write novels? I'm like, no, I write comic books. And that's just as valid, and it's just as much a writer. Happy writing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.